Well, boys and girls, just an update on the house that you've seen us renovate, the house that Winky built. Just to cut a long story short, if you haven't been on the channel, it's very bitty. I'm not a filmmaker. We're just kind of documenting our chaotic time of doing this house. We bought it out in the country because we knew the house was wrecked and needed a lot of TLC, but it's in a nice location, beautiful views, all of that. Great. That's where the story goes from being good to bad, because we meant to be moving into it this weekend. Well, weekend coming rather. And are we close? Nowhere near. Now, fortunately, kitchen's fine. The dining room we can live in, and we can make a bedroom. So we are going to move there regardless, because the commute from this house over to there is quite a way, and we're doing a lot of the work ourselves. And I'll explain that, because trying to get a contractor to turn up is unbelievably difficult. Now, I know through COVID and everything, everybody got used to not doing anything. I just find the contracting world bizarre. Now, I was a contractor for a long time before I do what I do now. You know, when I was a young man, because I'm old, you know, boys and girls, I'm old. I'm a qualified plumber. And used to have a plumbing business as well in a former life. And for all, I never used to work with tools because I had an accident. I hurt my neck and left with nerve damage and one thing and another. I can't do it anymore, but I can run it. You know, I can project manage and plan things out. That's not an issue. So you can always earn. You don't have to go to the benefit system if you've got a brain in your head. And that's what I've done. Anyway, cut long story short, we've got a lot of the work done, and I'll do like a speedy up thing of where we're up to on the end of this video. And you'll see it for a minute, and you'll see us running around like lunatics. It looks like I'm going to do it myself. And all right, I'm not as fast as some of the others, but I'd like to think I'll do a good job. So I can hang the doors, I can do the woodwork, I can put floors down, I can do all the plumbing, all of that sort of thing. Got a very good electrician who I know is helping me out. So that side's fine, so it's all be signed off properly. But I can't plaster. I can't plaster to save my life. And I've had 5 say they're coming to court, and none of them have. And, well, I'll rephrase that. One turned up, and I wouldn't trust him to put a Wendy house up, let alone bloody plaster in a normal house. He was completely clueless to what he was doing. And another one came, said, yeah, I'm going to price this up. I'll have it with you shortly. I'm still waiting. And the others just didn't bother turning up. And then they wonder why they have such a terrible name. I'm just sort of speechless at how unprofessional and useless they are. I really am speechless. So I'd be interested in the comments if you've had experiences like this. Because to me, I mean, the thing is, they want top money for a shit job, is basically what it is. It would never fly in what I do for a living. You know, you've got to be on point. You've got to be able to deliver what you say you'll deliver. And if you can't, you should expect what you get. But you can't do a shoddy job or not do a job at all and just not bother turning up. Let's just say I was not a happy bunny at this moment in time, because this should have been done 2 weeks ago. This saga's been going on for 2 months. We knew when we were getting the keys for the house. We were allowed to sort of let people look at it to price it up, so it was ready to rock and roll the day we got the keys. And they just haven't turned up. So now we're in a right pickle. Brilliant. And to cap it off, we even had we had one tiler come along, and it was unbelievable, this. You got to remember, this house is 150 year old. I think it's about 130 year old if I got the deeds out. It's an old house anyway. It can take a nuclear bomb, this house. It is rock solid. But he was saying the walls are slightly running off. And it would be, his cuts might be off a little bit. Well, it doesn't matter because skirting boards are off. Skirting boards will go over and it'll still look nice and tidy. And I appreciate that it's an old house. And then he started going, well, the floor's a bit wobbly. I'm like, well, you put a bit of screed on and self-level it. Oh, no, yeah. I think you might be adding an extra couple of days onto the job. It's 4.5 square meters. You can do that in a couple of hours. And he thinks 4 days. Now, if that's not stretching a job, I don't know what is. And so that's bollocks to it. I'll do it myself. Probably do a better job anyway. Anyway, let's show you where we're up to. And I'll keep these little rants going. But kind of as a tip, if you are going to be doing a floor, get some self-leveling compound. Pour it in and it'll level it out for you. Leave it for 4 hours and you're probably good to go. Better to leave it overnight. But it just solves so many problems. And it's not an issue. It's not hard. So if a contractor comes along going, oh, the floor's out and I've got to do this, just tell them to put some compound on and stop being a dick. Anyway, have a look at this.